Hello, everyone. I am so excited to be discussing everything about Vibe, the product Vibe, because this is a next level metabolic health product. And I'm so excited to be able to bring something to the market. We are so excited to bring something to the market that is going to be an absolute game changer for people's foundational health, and that is their gut health. Okay. So, what I really wanted to discuss today is the importance of prioritizing our gut health, because for some of you, you probably heard about this before, but our gut health literally is our second brain. Our gut health is the foundation. It is the place where everything stems from. All symptoms, all things come from the gut first, okay? So let's talk about Vibe specifically in regards to our gut health, because like I said, we wanted to create a product, an incredible premium product that was designed to focus on creating a healthy gut microbiome along with boosting our metabolism, because there are tons of people out there right now that are dealing with slow metabolism and not realizing that that is also coming from a weak or damaged gut. Okay. Also, this amazing product is great for strengthening your hair, skin, and nails, as well as focusing on improving our joints, as well as bone and connective tissue. So, also, we wanted to really make sure that we gave people something that is naturally going to improve their mood, boost their energy, because who doesn't want to feel better every single day, right? And we know that in today's modern society, we have an energy crisis. There are so many people out there right now that are looking for an extra boost of energy. This is why so many people are obsessed and addicted to caffeine and energy drinks. So let's talk about just some of the other benefits that you would receive with Vibe. Number one is aiding in hormone balance. Like I mentioned in the beginning, gut health is everything, right? But some people, they don't think that there's a connection between their gut and their hormones, but there very much so is, right? And on top of that, we're going to reduce our bloating and constipation. We're going to help control our blood sugar levels. We're also going to regulate appetite and reduce cravings. All of the amazing ingredients that are in Vibe are designed specifically to improve all of these things. Like I said, starting with our gut health and improving all of these different areas with helping balance our hormones, our bloating, constipation, and all of the things. Okay, so now let's discuss the ingredients, right? Because here at Vibe, we believe so much in being transparent about what's in the product and actually how is this going to improve your health. Because there is so much important information and there's so much information online, but we really want to show you guys the reason why we added these ingredients into Vibe and how this is actually going to dramatically improve your overall health. Starting with collagen. And I'm sure many of you guys have already heard of this because it's super trendy. So many people already know about collagen. But collagen is the most abundant protein in our body. This is something that's so essential for every function. It is important for, of course, our hair, our skin, our nails, along with actually helping our joints, bone, and muscles. And actually, a really fun fact about collagen is that when you consume collagen in conjunction with other protein sources, it actually helps uptake your protein synthesis. In other words, when you are eating collagen with your other protein, you're going to absorb more protein. In other words, you're basically going to be able to save money if you're someone who's eating a ton of protein, right? Next, we're going to talk about CLA. Oops, I just did an extra slide. CLA. And for those of you who have not heard of CLA, this is an amazing compound that is great for helping our body shift into a fat-burning mode, also known as conjugated linoleic acid. This is something that's very popular in the bodybuilding space, of course, because if you know anything about bodybuilding, you know that these people need to be shredded. They are trying to get as lean as possible, and because of this, they need every single tool resource they can in order to help keep them in a healthy body composition. And so that is why we wanted to add CLA. And I will talk just in a minute about one of the powerhouse ingredients that when combined with CLA It just is absolutely incredible for boosting your metabolism, helping your body burn fat, and just helping keep you at a healthy weight in a much easier way. Okay, next we're going to talk about konjac root extract. This is amazing. This is a soluble fiber that is so good for helping maintain the health of our intestinal tract, because we do need that healthy fiber that's actually going to feed our probiotics, helping keep that healthy bacteria alive. Another great thing about this is when you consume fiber, because it does expand in our stomach, it helps keep you fuller. It also helps with basically curbing your cravings. And of course, like I mentioned, it is a prebiotic. It is a fiber that feeds that healthy bacteria, which is necessary if you are consuming probiotics, because we need them to survive all the way through the intestinal tract so that we can really have the best benefit from what it is that we're taking on a daily basis. Okay? Next, I wanted to talk about the flavor. Okay. So we all know that if the product itself is so healthy, but it doesn't taste great, you're not going to consistently take it. Because the truth is, in today's modern society, with all of the resources that we have for making things taste great and in a way that's actually healthy, this is a no-brainer, right? We wanted to make sure that our flavor was top of the line, so good, and we delivered. The peach flavor, guys, it is out of this world, so freaking delicious. Every single person who's tried it has loved it because it's so refreshing. It's one of those things that it's not too sweet and it's just got that perfect balance. So once again, flavor matters so much because we wanted to make sure that whoever consumes the product, one, they fall in love with the flavor. And of course, the results, that's just going to happen, right? But we wanted to make sure that you love the flavor. This is something that you're going to want to drink. You're going to look forward to drinking every single day. Okay, next is just our citric and malic acid. Both of these are basically, they're a naturally occurring organic compound that is found in many fruits. It helps keep the stability of the product and works basically as a natural preservative. It actually also helps a lot with balancing the tartness and sweetness in the product. Okay, next. This amazing product has 0 sugar, absolutely no sugar, sweetened with stevia. This was so important because we want to work on balancing our blood sugar levels. That is so important for health in so many ways. It is also super important that we are staying natural. Everything in this product is all natural, from the flavor, from the sweetener, and the colors. There's no colors added because we want to be as close to, obviously, as healthy and natural as we possibly can be. Next, let's talk about the probiotics. And like I mentioned earlier with the konjac root extract, the konjac root is our prebiotic fiber that is going to feed the Lactobacillus acidophilus, and that is our probiotic. Probiotics, if you haven't already heard, are essential for keeping that healthy balance of good versus bad bacteria. This is especially important if you are someone who is regularly consuming antibiotics. This is also something that we need because when we're living in a modern society where we're consuming things like sugars, any sort of processed food, colors, sweeteners, and things like that, it actually kills off our good bacteria. And another thing is that stress. We're overwhelmed with stress, chemical stress, physical stress, emotional stress, all the things. And that also decreases our healthy bacteria. Healthy bacteria is just essential for absorption of minerals, vitamins, and for also actually keeping you in a healthy mood. So as you can kind of see, everything kind of ties in together. For us to be able to have a healthy body, we need to have that balance of healthy bacteria in our gut. So this is crucial for maintaining that healthy gut microbiome. Next, we have L-theanine. This is another powerhouse ingredient that is an amino acid, is found in green tea leaves, and this is known for helping with stress management. This is also something that is incredible for helping basically balance out our nervous system and create a very what is a way to describe this? A very smooth energy, because when we combine L-theanine with our next ingredient that gives us that natural energy, once again, this is a match made in heaven. L-theanine, when combined with guarana extract, is the perfect balance of energy, mood stabilization, mood boosting, and no crash. So this, once again, guarana extract is an incredible booster of energy, a very natural caffeine source, tastes great, and doesn't give you that crash. So we had to make sure that we combine these ingredients because there's so many drinks out there that have excessive amounts of caffeine. And what a lot of people don't know is how much this is impacting their health in a negative way. When we consume too much caffeine, especially as women, our hormone levels start to go down. This happens also with men, but it's more common in women because we do have a different biology, and women's bodies cannot handle as much caffeine as men. And so because of this, I wanted to make sure, and we wanted to make sure, that everything that we put into this product was going to give us energy in a stable way and in a way that's not going to damage our health in the long term. Alrighty. Now we got to talk about calorie burn. And this one, guys, this is an absolute powerhouse ingredient. This is the one I was telling you earlier that when combined with CLA, turns your body into a fat burning machine. Calorie burn is a patented formula that is basically a spice from the ginger family. Very organic, very natural, and this helps you burn more calories at rest by targeting your brown adipose tissue. Basically, brown adipose tissue is very thermogenic, causing our body to burn more calories without even doing anything. Similar to what happens when you do a cold plunge or things like that, that target that brown adipose tissue. That is going to rev up your metabolism, causing you to burn more calories. So when you consume calorie burn and you do nothing else, this is actually going to make you burn a significant amount more calories per day than if you were not to consume this. And like I mentioned earlier, with the CLA and the calorie burn together, the calorie burn allows you to burn more calories, revving your metabolism, where the CLA basically helps funnel that calorie burning specifically to target your fat. Because we don't just want to lose weight. We're not trying to lose our muscle, but what we are trying to do is get leaner by losing that body fat. The body fat that causes a lot of issues for us, right? Specifically, our visceral fat around our belly area, around our stomach area. That is the fat that causes many diseases. It causes a lot of diabetes and a whole host of issues, along with, of course, the aesthetic side of it, right? We all want to look our best. We want to feel our best. So calorie burn is an absolute powerhouse ingredient that is amazing for helping this. And I will share really quickly my own experience with taking this. So when I first started taking Vibe, I, of course, felt the initial energy, less bloating, less constipation, all those things. Even though I didn't struggle so much with that in the past, I just felt so much more regular than I did before. And then about a month in, I was just noticing, like, I feel a lot smaller and tighter in my waistline. And so I measured my waist, and guess what? I lost 1.5 inches off of my waist, guys. And I had not changed anything in my exercise routine or in my diet. It was all my inflammation in my stomach and also the calorie burn. So this combination, like I said, guys, is so great for those of you who want to lose a lot of weight, or those of you who just want to lose a couple pounds and you just want that extra help from something that really is going to actually basically add to what you're already doing, especially if you already have that healthy lifestyle. Because we don't want to forget about our fundamentals, which is, movement, eating good, sleeping well, and all of those things. Okay, so let's talk about how you can take Vibe. How do we use this in a way that's going to optimize our results with this product? Number one is going to be, of course, being consistent with your consumption every single day. It's recommended that you take 1 to 2 servings a day, depending on your goal. Let's say, for example, I want to lose more weight, right? Like let's say I have 20 pounds to lose. It's going to benefit me maybe to take 2 servings per day instead of 1. And that would mean, okay, let me take 1 serving in the morning with my breakfast and maybe another one around 12 or 1 with my lunch. Because it does have caffeine, it's not recommended that you take this super late into the evening because, of course, any sort of caffeine can basically reduce your quality and deep REM sleep at night, right? So another thing, I wanted to also add this in there, but if you are looking for fat loss and body recomposition, it is best to take it in the morning before your breakfast. Why? Because when you're consuming this product, it's also going to make you have, you're more likely to eat less, which of course, when we're in that caloric deficit, we lose weight over time. And along with that, of course, helping with our appetite suppressant and, all those things. So if you're looking for just a mood boost, maybe you're trying to release some stress and things like that, I would recommend that you take this with a balanced breakfast. The next option is going to be for those of you who want to improve your gut health and digestion. So you're going to want to take this with your meals because this is going to, once again, feed that good bacteria and help reduce bloating. So a great example of this, instead of taking a full scoop with every single meal, because that's going to end up adding up to a lot per day, something that I recommend doing is taking the scoop, right? Every single bag comes with a scoop inside. You're going to do a half of a scoop with your breakfast, a half with your lunch, and then depending on when you have your dinner and when you go to sleep at night, right, you could take another half scoop with your other meal. So that will be a great way for you to help, once again, decrease your bloating. If you're looking for performance and recovery, you can use this as a pre-workout or even a post-workout because it does have 10 grams of protein coming from collagen. And like I said before, guys, if you combine this with your protein source, let's say you are taking a whey protein of some kind, right? And you add that to your Vibe, that's just going to increase your uptake and your protein synthesis. So this is a powerhouse combination for anyone looking to improve their performance and recovery. Okay, and like I mentioned earlier, consistency is the key, guys. If you want to see results with anything, you have to be consistent. And the cool thing about this product is that you're not only going to feel great initially when you have your first serving of Vibe, you're going to feel the benefits compound over time. It's just going to keep building upon itself. You're going to feel more and more energized. You're going to notice that your hormones start to balance out more. You're going to notice that your skin starts to be more glowy and soft. Your hair is going to start to grow. Your nails are going to start to grow. So once again, I understand that there's a lot of people out there that they have so many different products they're taking. So what we wanted to do was create something that people can really benefit from and that can actually save them money. So if you were to think about right now in your life, like, how much money am I spending on probiotics? How much money am I spending buying collagen? How much money am I spending on buying all of these different things, fiber supplements, fat burners, and all this stuff separately? It adds up to a lot of money. So if we can combine all those things into one powerful premium product, not only do we save money, but we actually get better results. Like I said, because of those ingredients that are combined to build upon each other and actually make every single one of them more powerful and more effective in our body. Okay, because I already shared a little bit of my own testimonial here, I still would like to share a couple more when it comes to the people who have had just amazing results in so many different ways. Like I already said with the flavor, everyone who's tried it so far has loved it because it's just so good. It's so refreshing. The peach flavor is just so delicious. And 95% of the people who've tried this product have had more energy. And this is huge. Along with that, we've had over 200 people with amazing results. Specifically, 88% of the people who've tried this have had improvements in body composition, such as myself. I changed nothing in my lifestyle, but yet somehow I lost 1.5 inches off my waist. And I'm sure now looking back, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Okay, I decreased my inflammation. I'm improving my gut health. I'm probably losing some water weight and even that visceral fat off of my internal organs, right, in my stomach area. So this is just something that if you are looking for improved energy, if you're looking for improving your body composition, if you want better digestion, you want less bloating, you want something that you can take every single day that is delicious and is also going to give you incredible benefits, it kind of is just a no-brainer, right? So I wanted now to leave some space and time for you guys to ask any questions that you might have about the product, about the ingredients, about anything really that is on the topic of Vibe. Let me see here. So I do have, let me go and check Instagram here and see if we have any questions. Let me see. We also have Facebook. Okay, it is. Let me go ahead and open it up here on my phone because I am using a platform right now that is streaming to multiple different platforms, and sometimes all of the comments don't show up right here. So let me see if we have any on Facebook first. So we just have a couple comments here. We have some people saying, hello. The energy boost is a game changer for me. Yes. And it is so helpful that you can take something like Vibe that is going to boost your energy, but then you get that stable energy all day long. That was something that for me was also similar to Angie. What Angie just said is that when you are someone, let's say Angie's situation, right? She's a mom, she's busy, she's running around all day. That takes so much energy, right? It takes so much energy to be a mom and to be working and doing all these things. And we don't want to be so addicted to too much caffeine, because what happens is we start to get ourselves into this place where, one, we're dependent. And then over time, the caffeine stops working, because what we do is we burn out our adrenal glands. And when we burn out our adrenal glands, now nothing really works. And now you have to work to repair your adrenal glands. And for those who don't know, adrenal glands are little glands that sit on top of your kidneys. And they're responsible for basically pumping out cortisol. It's responsible also in women for creating testosterone. And like I said earlier, a lot of girls don't know this, but when they're overdoing caffeine, they stress out their adrenal glands. And then that causes issues with your hormones. Now your body's creating less testosterone, you're feeling more drained, and then this is just a vicious cycle. Now we're back to addicted to caffeine again. Now we're back to this constant depletion of energy because we're not getting to the root of the problem. And that is understanding that our gut health is everything. If our gut health is working properly, our digestion is good, and then we give ourselves those natural boosts of energy, then we actually feel incredible without hurting our health in the long term, right? That's the goal. Okay, let me see here if we have a couple more questions. Everyone's saying, I love this. Awesome. Okay, so I just checked Facebook. Let's go ahead and jump on over to Instagram. See if we have any questions over there before I head off today. Okay, let me see, guys. Just give me 1 second as I look through here. Okay, I'm not seeing any questions here. Let me check lastly here on my end. Looks like we have a question about, let me scroll up here. Okay, question here. Is this safe for pregnant or breastfeeding mothers? We get this question quite a bit, and what I always tell everyone is that it's best for you to check with your doctor, because there, for example, CLA has not been researched extensively on women who are pregnant or breastfeeding, so it is best for you to steer clear of that or speak with your doctor first. And of course, all the ingredients, like I said, are natural. Everything is very safe. But due to the fact there isn't enough extensive research on some of these specific ingredients, it is best for you to check with your doctor and, of course, use your own intuition and guidance when it comes to those things, because, of course, it's better to be safe than sorry in those situations. So awesome. Thank you for that. We have a couple people saying, what a vibe. Yes, yes. Okay, so for those of you who have any more questions, maybe you're watching the replay of this because I am going to leave this up until the end of today. Go ahead and leave those in the comment section and I will get back to those. We're planning on doing a live like this, going over the product to give you guys more information about this every single week. So if you know someone who wants to learn more about how they can reduce their bloating, how they can have better energy levels. Maybe you know someone in your life who is struggling with fat loss, who needs an extra bit of help. Maybe they are feeling really drained. Maybe they could even use a mood boost. Vibe is very, very helpful for so many things. So like I said, if you know someone like that, recommend that they join our Facebook group, the Facebook group Feel the Vibe. That has a lot of resources and a lot of information about how people really can optimize their gut health. And I will be, of course, staying in touch with you guys so that you can join a live again next week where we will be going over a lot of the same information again for those of you who missed it. Okay. So thank you guys so much for joining today. I will be, of course, available on my social media platforms. If you have any other questions, you can follow me at Holly J. Wayman on my Instagram page or Feel the Vibe US as well. And I will see you guys soon. Bye bye.